Oh, what's happening? Somebody from the side of the highway. Don't get me off the highway. Don't say something like that. So, we're doing it. Getting our steps in. I'm finishing up 6 miles this morning. Now, that definitely sounds like a lot. So, it's not an expectation. And it's only because yesterday, in the car mostly, can't let my team down. Needed to make sure that I was definitely getting it in this morning. So got up early, got my workout in. It's a necessary thing. I'm staying at the Lucerne Inn. Well, we're leaving soon. We're going to go to the campsite over in Acadia. Very nice. Very nice. A little bit of a haunted feel, got to be honest with you. But other than that, it's beautiful. So it's really good stuff. So we've been really happy. We're making it all work. Dude, Nath, good morning. Twins, what up? Grays, HealthDads. Nath, did you want to get in the walking challenge? I know it's winter down there, but I wasn't sure if it was something that was going to be working for you. But guys, whoever wants to, we got a walking challenge right now going on with HealthDads, talking about it on My Daily Dad. The Daily Dad's going on 8:30. Got like an hour before we kick off there. I'm going to go in this really big chair. You want to see? Let's go. I feel like there's not really always good scenery. Usually a road. Today, I'm going to go in the big chair. Question of the day. Would you join me in the big chair? Would you? Would you join me in this big chair? Because I'm going to sit down. I'm feeling tired. Oh, guys, 7 times today. Oh my God, I feel like a little child. How do I get in here? Oh, all right, good. All right, we're in. I thought I was going to die like 7 times. 2 times by a car, 4 times was really going to be around. I felt like the back roads of Maine that I was in. I felt as if there may have been a rifle pointed at me a few times. So I really wasn't sure what was going on there. But I made it. MP, thank you so much for letting me remind me about bear spray. I can't believe, usually I think in New York State it's illegal, or at least like somewhere around New York City it's illegal to have bear spray, so we can't really buy it ahead of time. So up here though, I got to stop. We're going to get I need to get a new sleeping bag, so we're going to do that. But we're not here to let me tell you about this. Usually my Daily Dads or the Daily Dads, we talk about that. And then also Spaces. If anyone hasn't jumped onto Spaces yesterday, Blaze usually heads up Spaces, great through 2:30 Eastern, I think it was yesterday. But great stuff, Blaze. We missed another HealthDads with BroFit. That's okay. We're out. We're doing it. This is like our last trip of the year. We'll like planned one. I feel like my clients are like, where the hell are you? Well, I'm still working with them while I'm away, but they're like, you're always traveling. Anyway. But MP again. MP's here. We got Nate here. Awesome. Thanks, dudes. Consistency. This was it. So Team Gray, the best team, first of all, in the step challenge. We love everybody so much. I think we have 6 people right now, including myself, and so we're doing really good. But someone had posted their steps this morning, and it made me think this, because what we're trying to do as a team is make sure that we're just getting more steps than the other team. Now, I had estimated how many steps each person on the other team, on the green team, on the lesser team, is going to be getting. So I wanted to just give ourselves a goal. And I know I give myself a lofty goal of making sure that, of our team, I can get 20,000 steps in a day. It's a lot, right? But, 6 weeks. So there's a time period to it. So it's definitely a great thing. The other thing I wanted to make sure that we were doing was just giving individual goals. So some people around 13,000, some around 12,000 a day. But overall, like this time of year, things get busy. We start to slow down a little bit with some of our goals, and we didn't want to forget anything. So it was going to be really helpful to make sure that, we can get these teams going. And there's no expectation, really. It's just about having fun. And I also love making logos, and I love kind of like marketing materials. And so I made our logo. That's why it's Team Gray. We're using legendary lemur as our mascot. Went through a few there for a minute, but then, landed on the lemur. So I hope VFriends doesn't sue me. But that's where we're at. Anyway, consistency. What I was thinking about when someone posted, and I always try and get these done in like 20 minutes, so just hang in here with me. But when someone had sent a message, I was like, "Oh, that's amazing. Like they got so many steps yesterday." And it was great. My mind was this, I hope they don't set the expectation that they need to get that amount of steps every single day. And it honestly like hit my heart a little bit, and I was like, I really hope that people don't burn themselves out. Like this is supposed to be for fun, moving more than you usually do, or moving more than you were going to if you weren't in the step challenge kind of thing, because a lot of people can fall off so easily, but a lot of people can get burned out so easily. And so it was really, it was in my heart. It struck me. I felt it, that it was like, oh shit, okay, I want to make sure we get this message out. And I really didn't want to single out anybody in particular, but it was the idea that I want the message to be there that, look, we're doing this again for fun, for your health, but also don't put yourself in a position where you keep trying to measure up to what you did yesterday or to what someone else is doing, right? Your goals are your goals, all that kind of stuff. Now, to stay consistent, like as someone who is walking more for their health, you just need to walk more for your health. I always think the best example, the best analogy for most people who are looking to do more of something. I love people who tell me that they want to be a better reader. They want to read more. Nothing defines someone as someone who's reading more or a better reader. It's just you are reading more. So are you defining that as a book? Are you defining that as more pages? Are you defining that as a time period, in a day that you're reading? How many times in a day, your frequency? So usually, like if you want to just read more, you're just reading a few more letters, a few more pages, a few more sentences, right? There's nothing there that needs to measure you as someone who is reading more. You're just reading more. Same thing with walking, same thing with lifting, same thing with eating healthier, same thing with being kind, same thing with sleeping, all these things, right? There's nothing that you need to hold yourself down to do more of something. So if you can do anything that you can possibly do, just make sure that you're remaining consistent doing it. That's it. It's just doing it. And if you do anything that's going to compromise your goal of just doing more, and again, more does not mean more than yesterday. And then all of a sudden, it's just more and more and more. More is just what your initial goal was. I want to walk more. I want to be more healthy, right? Any of those things. More does not need to be overwhelming. And so when I saw someone share their steps, man, I'm clapping. I'm really excited for them. But I think what I want to make sure that anyone can do in this steps challenge or outside, because it's not what this focus is, but it's more of the idea of making sure that you can set a realistic goal. Now, something that I'm sure anyone that has worked somewhat in the corporate world before has kind of mentioned. If I need to give a call out to this big chair that I'm in again. I just feel like a little baby. So fun. A little baby chair. No, big chair, baby man. But it's really comfortable actually now that I'm here. But beautiful view. Got a little gazebo. Oh my God. Ugh. Um, the stuff. Robbie, Robbie, don't do it. Don't be promoting Team Green. No, it's okay. We love this. I know, leading with love. I'm here with you. Obviously, we're all having fun. Just kidding with everything. But the consistency. My worry was that someone was like, "Holy shit! It's the beginning of this whole step challenge, or it's the beginning of any kind of like new program or new kind of goal." It's like, yeah, get excited, and I love it. But if you don't set that initial goal, like here's three things, and then I want to get into something that's a little bit more uh, typical to kind of talk about, but three things. I want to make sure if I can remember these because these are in my head. But number one, I always want to make sure what's the amount that you can do. Again, reading, being healthy, making money, whatever it is. What's the amount that you know that you can definitely achieve? Like what? And sometimes for some people, like I call this home, and I'll tell you why. But what's that amount that you can just make sure you're doing? And if you fall below it, it's like that you're not really even trying, or something really bad happened, or something really challenging happened. I talk with a lot of people about survival mode. Sometimes when we survive, we need to survive, and that could be financially, could be with health, it could be with just time, could be with family commitments, whatever it is. Like there's survival modes where we have to accept the fact that we're not going to get to this elevated level of, again, steps, goals, money, whatever it's going to be. But what's that amount that that you can achieve? Like we're talking about steps here. Good job, Nate. But when we're talking about steps, it's something where, like, I know for me, living in the city, I'm walking more, I would say, than I guess the average person. I don't know if that's a true statement, but that's just what I think, because yeah, we're walking around more. But the amount of steps that I know that I can definitely hit, I can hit 7,000 steps without thinking about it. And that's not a brag. I hope no one hears it as that. It's just like, oh yeah, that's a normal day for me. If I'm hitting 7,000, I've walked to, the gym. I've done my usual walk. I've walked my kids to school. I've done my work. I've gotten outside. I've, done whatever I have to do. Again, trying to get this done in 20 minutes, always for health dads. So we got like 10 minutes left. But making sure that it's something like, I know that if I look at my steps and I'm getting less than 7,000, something's wrong. And it doesn't mean that it's bad. Doesn't mean that I have to, berate myself, but something's going on. I think it's really good to just understand what's happening. So for most people, like, what's that amount, right? And so anyone in the step challenge, what is that amount? Make sure that you have that in your mind whatsoever. What is that amount that I know that I can always expect to end up hitting? And then if I don't, it's just a marker. It could be biofeedback of some sort, whatever's going on. But the next one is going to be, what is that overall goal that's going to make you feel good? What's going to make you feel good? What's the amount that you know is going to just make you feel good? That could be, well, I just said 7,000. It could be 7,300 for me. It could be 8,000 for me. It could be 20,000, right? Right. I know Robbie is great at walking. And by that, I mean, like, he prioritizes it. He enjoys that time walking. I think he likes to set those goals. That makes him feel good. But that by no means should make someone else feel that way. Like, you don't have to feel that you have to hit 22,000 steps in a day to feel good. It's up to you. So you have to know, what is that base number that you know that you can just hit. It might be 3,000 for you right now, and that's okay. What's the number that's going to make you feel good? Okay. And the third one, I think, is that really important for people. Again, health, finances, whatever. What is that top level that you know that if you leaned in hard, that you could definitely hit? Because, and it's not to congratulate yourself, what the best thing for you to do is know that if you look at your steps and the number that you set as like, oh, that reach, and you're hitting 22,000 steps every single day, but 3,000 steps was that base. 8,000 made you feel good. But if you look back and it's 22,000 steps that you've been hitting day after day after day, I'm going to get you to think differently about that. I mean, yeah, I'll congratulate you. I'm going to ask you, hey, what's going on? You're walking 22,000 steps a day. I think it's great. You okay? Are you enjoying it? Because I think what happens is that people, and this can get into even like eating disorder discussions. This can get into people who, even like OCD type of discussions, mental health discussions. Sometimes people burn themselves out to no end. And it's something where, like, this step challenge is supposed to be for you and your health and it's supposed to be for fun and team building and for community, right? But if it would hurt my heart if at the end of 6 weeks that someone was like, you know what? I was hitting 18,000. I hit 30,000 one day. But really the conversation went to, man, but like, I injured myself, or I took time away from my family. I had to drop friends, that I really love seeing, or, just go down the line of negative thinking. Now, I'm not saying don't hit those numbers if you enjoy it. Don't hit those numbers if you want to be healthy. Like, it's not unhealthy to do it. But I think it's something that we need to understand how we go into health and nutrition and a lot of these things. And some people can overdo it and they can burn themselves out on, a really general, not very serious level. But some people, I think, can go really over the top. And I see this all the time with nutrition by either under eating. I see it with things like body dysmorphia in a lot of men when they are lifting. And it's just a good check. And I think it's an early on in this whole fun step challenge. And it might even be, unnecessary. It's like, hey, we're all having fun, right? Like, don't bring in something that's so serious. But it really is something that I know I see sometimes. And so on the most serious level, yeah, let's just check in on each other. Hey, you've been getting a lot of steps. You still enjoying it? Because if you're not, let's figure out how we can have fun. But the other one is burning someone out or making them feel guilty, right? So it's kind of like, here, it's like, hey, you know what? I saw you the past couple days. You're getting 15,000. Now you're at 7. Man, I wish you weren't on my team, right? And so those are the kind of messages that we don't want. Because again, this is for community building. It's for fun. And if we're hopping in, we're looking to walk, right? We're just looking to make sure that we're staying more active than we normally would. So I think setting these expectations, setting our mindset, checking in on our friends, all those kind of things. Like, I love going out and like being ridiculous, walking on a highway. If you saw any of my videos this morning, I'm walking on a highway. I could have got attacked by a bear. Thank God MP reminded me about bear spray. But it's something like that could be stupid. Like I could have died, right? A car could have hit me. Someone could have shot me. And these like really, they thought they were maybe, no one walks around here. Someone's walking, right? I could have, and that someone could think that's dumb. That's stupid. For some people, maybe it is. But for me, I just wanted to make sure that we can put some context around these things. Same thing with nutrition and everything else. Don't push yourself beyond what you know that you're capable of doing, or that where it could cascade into something that's kind of negative thinking, feeling guilty, feeling shameful, right? We're all showing up for each other, and we just want to make sure that we're all having fun here. So, the idea of consistency, like I think on the serious end, and with these like 3 minutes left here, there's always going to be, if you've worked in the corporate world, you've heard of things like SMART goals, and I get them and I love them, right? What are they? SMART, specific, measurable, actionable. Is that the other one? Um, a measure of time, right? No, time is the T, obviously. M is going to be, is that measurable? Whatever it is. We have the SMART goals, right? And they're good. I think, again, it can definitely ground us. And I do love people to have goals and set these goals, is what I said at the beginning, right? When you have three different things, I would love to make sure that you are, um, I want to make sure that you are, Nate always gets me. I guess I'm looking at the chat. Um, Make sure that we have at least some sort of goal that we know is going to be specific, right? The specific goal here, it's walking, or it's going to be, lifting, or it's going to be, eating more protein, or it's eating more fat. Just be specific in what your goal is. What I don't want people to do is ever just only lean on the emotional side of things, right? The emotional side of, oh yeah, you know what? I walked today. I feel good, right? I walked today. I don't feel good. Or, you know what? A lot of times in like weight loss goals or muscle gain goals that I work with, it's a lot of times like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I've been kind of eating more protein. Yeah, I feel really good because you know what? Tomorrow, a lot of individuals I work with, the next day they feel like crap sometimes. It's okay. Like there's nothing wrong there. But especially if I have people that are on a body fat loss journey, okay, it's something where a lot of times people will lean on the emotions one day and they'll be like, you know what? This is great. I was eating more protein, I ate more fiber, I know an appropriate calorie deficit, I'm staying mindful of my food. All like I love it. It's great. And then they might kind of use the scale, right? Whatever the scale says, the scale might be down. And that's a great thing. We're happy. We're excited. The next day, right? Or even 2 days, 3 days later, someone can continue doing exactly what they're doing. They wake up, I talk with them. They're like, I feel like crap. I feel like I don't fit in my clothes right now. I feel like I feel big. I feel whatever's going on, right? That's what some people might say. But I love the emotion. I think the emotion is incredibly important just to make sure that what we're doing is accepting the fact that that we feel that way. But we always have to come back to something measurable or objective. If you feel like crap, great. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out why you feel that way. But if you had a body fat loss goal or a walking goal, whatever else it is, I want to ask them, okay, you feel like crap, but what's the scale saying right now, right? Oh, you know what? The scale didn't change in 3 days. You're still down. You still lost body fat, right? So let's talk about your emotion. But let's not let the number on the scale be the thing that's going to change your emotion. Like you feel a certain way, great, but you are still losing body fat. So let's accept that. Let's move forward. Let's deal with your emotion. It's pretty good. And it's the same thing with something like walking here too. So it's like, you know what? I feel like I'm not walking enough. But at the same time, I'm going to be like, well, how many steps have you been getting on average? This one says 13,000. You were only walking 7,000 3 weeks ago. You're doing a great job. Don't let anyone tell you you're not doing enough. Anyway, so just the larger discussion about, I think, not burning yourself out, making sure that you stay consistent with that main goal. If the goal is walking walking frequently, right? Making sure you're doing more than you were before, that's the goal. It's not going to be the one specific number. It's not going to be doing more than someone else because we love each other. I think that's going to be necessary. Just want to come over to the chat, right? The couch. We call the chat the couch over in the Daily Dads, which we'll hop on in like 30 minutes here. But we got Team Green. We love Team Green. Hold on while we're here. Can I do this? Hold on, guys. Stay there. Wait, guys, can all of you look really closely at the screen? Just let me know what you see. Do you guys see anything on the screen? Do you, guys, is there anything on the screen? Can you just tell me if there's something there? I'm not sure if there is. If there is, just let me know. Just tell me what it says. You can't see me? Wait, but what's there? Anyway, I'm just kidding. I know it's there. But no, Team Gray Gray, great stuff. Again, I'm just kidding. But just giving some love over here to the chat, guys. I want to make sure that you are. What am I seeing over here? Nath, Ryan is dropping the daily. Can't take down the daily proving. All right, got it. Yeah, we're not doing calories, but kilojoules is what you guys measure still in Australia. Is that what you're doing? Still, that's what you guys are doing. One of the best sports nutritionists, Nancy Clark, is down in Australia. Like amazing, the best person in sports nutrition and all of her research. So I know that she uses all those measurements. I don't want to be like I've always said my parent generation retired, do nothing. Yeah, you know what? That whole conversation at MP, I was with my parents, what, 2 weekends ago maybe, and I knew my dad. My dad's getting older, but it's something where I know that he's not doing as much as he used to. He's not doing as much as he could, and like he lost his balance getting out of a kayak, and it just shook him, and he was nervous, and I was like, but you know what, we could deal with this if you wanted to work on your strength and do something, make sure that you are, giving your confidence back, because he was about to sell his kayak and we had to kind of talk him out of it. But Nate, I love that goal too, minus strength, get back 70% where I was physically health before the spinal injuries from your accident and everything. I know, man, always feeling for you, dude. I'm optimistic for you. I know that it is always a long road, but hey, please lean on us as much as we can and see what's going on there for us to help out. Nate, best policy for yourself. I'll just put this up there. I feel like crap if I don't go to the gym. I feel like, I just posted this morning about the big reason why I do lift every morning. I lift every morning. I also don't lift anymore at the very high volumes that I used to, because it's something where the consistency of me lifting is more important than me getting to these new PRs and everything like that, just for my mental health. And I need that, right? So it's going to be all those things. So yeah, great. The giant chair is pretty amazing here. And we're good, but guys, we love you all. All right, we're at 23 minutes. Shit, guys, I said 20. No one reminded me. Get out of this chair. All right, I gotta go. Help the kids. We gotta do daily dads. But I love you all. We will see you guys in just a little bit. My face. Don't get tired of my face, please. I know. We're always busy. But let's hit this. Ready, set. 1, 2, 3. Little health dads. Music, guys. So loud. Sorry if I blew out anyone's speakers. That's not going down. Just remember this, guys. Please, please, please share this message loud and clear. And always is that I want to make sure that if it's working for you, what you're doing, if it's working for you, your health, your mindset, and your definition of success, no one deserves to tell you different. You do you. Just double check that it's working for all of that. All right, guys? Love you. Hearts, coffee for later. That'll be soon. See you there. Love you guys. Take care.